Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another video on the channel where today we have got the most meta cams. If you do want to see another episode of this with wingers in the next video, make sure you do drop a thumbs up on the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel and find this little mini series useful. Starting off at number 5, we've gone for Marco Reus. Now this guy, you can see he's got an incredible card. You know, he's got really good pace, good shooting, good passing, good dribbling, everything that you need for a cam. 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. Penalties, volleys, curve, attack positioning are his top 4 statistics, but high work rate, he's got high, medium work rates, which I think is the perfect work rates for a cam. I think if you're looking for a good cam, you want high, medium work rates is ideal. If they've got high work rates, it's manageable, but high, medium is would be the ideal situation. As I said, he's got a well-rounded card. You know, 85 pace for a cam is more than enough. 88 shooting is incredible, pretty good passing and dribbling. As I said, incredible shooting, 88. I think it's because he's got really high penalties and volleys. His shooting stat is really high, but he's already got really high finishing, attack positioning, shot power. Only negative I'd say to this Reus, he does have pretty low stamina. I think his stamina is like in the 70s, which is not great, and I think his strength is only like 65, so that would possibly be another little negative. But as I said, with a cam, you want to really try and boost his shooting, his passing, his dribbling. They're the most important stats you want to try and boost because they're the attributes that you're going to be using the most in game. So I'd recommend that a Deadeye chem style is definitely the best to boost that shooting and passing. He's going to have them ridiculously high shooting and pretty solid passing as well. So Reus is a really good card. The only negative I think as well, a slight one, would be he is a little bit difficult to link into teams, especially if you're trying to build like an end game type team. Like if you want to get a Messi, a Neymar, an Mbappe, a Ronaldo in your team, someone like Reus doesn't link into those. Obviously, if you've got that second inform Timo Werner, or that inform Werner, if you've got it as a red card, then Reus is perfect. You know, you might like Reus up with like a Witsel is in chem, but if you want to eventually move up to using those top tier players, it will be difficult to fit someone like Reus in, but for now, I think he's one of the best cams in the game. Number 4, I've gone for Paulo Dybala. I love this guy in FIFA. Every year he seems to be so good. You know, he seems to be really reliable. 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, which is not great. Ideally, you want at least 4-star weak foot on your players, because sometimes with 3-star weak foot players, it can become a little bit predictable because you have to cut inside on his strong foot, being his left foot all the time, because you don't really trust his right foot to shoot on. So it can come a little bit of an issue. But the majority of the time, he's got a wand of a left foot. You know, he bangs in so many goals on that left foot. He's so reliable. When it's anything inside sort of 15, 16 yards on that left foot, he will finish it 9 times out of 10. He's so reliable in that position. You know, he's pretty good at picking out teammates. He's very good at He's very good at linking the play up, Dybala. I think he's one of the best cams at linking the play up. As I said, he's quite tough to tackle. He's one of those players that you feel like you can tackle over and over and over again and you still don't get the ball off him. He seems to be really good at retaining possession. His dribbling makes him pretty elusive and difficult to tackle in the first place. Only negative I'd say is he does, a bit like Reus, he does have pretty low strength. His stamina is pretty solid, but he does have quite low strength, so he can sometimes get shoved easily off the ball. If like a real brute of a midfielder comes along, for example a Sissoko or a Pogba or a Nainggolan, he can get really eased off the ball pretty easily. But the majority of the time, if he's shoulder to shoulder with someone, he does seem to be able to hold them off, which is crucial. And then the best cam style I would say is definitely going to be a Deadeye again to boost that shooting and passing. Number 3, I've gone for Christian Eriksen. Again, another really good player. Player I used a lot at the start of the year, not so much recently. I've kind of got a team and whatnot that I settle on, but I used this Christian Eriksen at the beginning of the year. I actually did a FIFA battle with him, and I really enjoyed him. My brother uses Christian Eriksen in his team as well, and he raves about him. And I've seen him in action, and he just seems to be like such a clutch player. Every time you need a goal, he seems to always be the guy that will finish it off. You know, I think again that 5-star weak foot just gives you the confidence to shoot on either foot. You know, if you're on his left foot, if you're on his right foot, in any kind of position, you don't. The 5-star, 4-star weak foot players, they're interesting because you don't ever think about shooting. You just do it. It comes natural, and I think that's key when using, especially a 5-star weak foot player, someone like Eriksen. The reason why maybe he appears like he's a clutch player is because when you're in a position to shoot, you don't think about, oh, he's only got a 3-star weak foot. You think he's got 5-star weak foot, I can just shoot from anywhere. And he just seems to bang in so many goals, especially with the right chem style on him. I think a sniper chem style is definitely the best chem style for him. I wouldn't give him a Deadeye chem style because he's already got pretty high passing. I love the dead eye chemistry style because it gives a huge boost to shooting. But in this case, because Eriksen's already got pretty high passing, I don't think it's necessary. So we'll give him the sniper to boost his shooting and his dribbling. As I said, he's already got really high stamina. 93 stamina means he's going to be able to last the whole game, which is incredible. Again, good short passing, ball control, really good typical number 10, a good enough pace as well. And I said the only negative again with this cam as well with Eriksen is he does have pretty low strength, not the strongest, so he can get pushed off the ball by those physical midfielders. But other than that, Eriksen is incredible. Number 2, I've gone for Antoine Griezmann, a guy that you see a lot in people's teams. He's one of those players, Griezmann, that he's so difficult to play against. He does just seem to finish everything. You give him any look in at goal and he just seems to finish it. Even though he's only got a 3-star weak foot, Griezmann's a little bit different to Dybala when it comes to this. Even though Griezmann has a 3-star weak foot, he seems to be one of those players that no matter what foot he's on, he'll finish it. You know, I played a Griezmann the other day where ball just got rolled across to the top of the box about 20 yards in, and the guy first time shot it with his right foot, and it was a rocket into the top corner. So sometimes Griezmann's one of those players that he can just have that little bit of an edge to him. It's hard to explain what it is. You just kind of know with certain players. But like Dybala, he's really difficult to tackle. You know, Griezmann was one of those players, especially in that game that I played the other day. For example, I must have tackled that Griezmann 20 or 30 times in the whole game, and maybe only got the ball off him once or twice. He does seem to kind of jump through tackles a lot. Easy to link up in people's teams, being French. You know, you can link him up perfectly. You know, with Mbappe, with the Pogba. You know, there's so many good French players that you can link someone like Griezmann in. So he's really easy to link into teams. Only negative would be that he does have low strength. Again, it seems to be a bit of a theme with a lot of these players. But these kind of like nippy players, these kind of like short, you know, high dribbling, you know, good passing sort of players, they seem to be. They all have low strength, but they're really good in this FIFA. This FIFA really suits that style of player. You know, that kind of really short, little agile type player. It really does suit them this year. The game really suits them. So they're going to have low strength, those sorts of guys. But it's just something you have to deal with. Best chemistry style for Griezmann, I would say, again, is probably going to be a dead eye. Possibly a sniper if you want to boost that dribbling. But because his dribbling is already pretty high, I would recommend just boosting that shooting and passing. A lot of people may stick a hunter on this Griezmann because obviously he is a centre forward, so some people use him at striker and boost his pace up to about 91, 92. I tried that. I didn't find it was very effective. He didn't feel any faster, which is weird because he's already got pretty high agility and balance. So to make players feel quicker, they need to have high agility and balance in the first place. But I stuck a hunter card on this Griezmann and he didn't really feel that much faster. And 81 pace, if he's playing at cam, 81 pace is more than enough. You know, anything more than sort of 73, 74 is enough pace if they're only going to be playing at cam, because if they're playing at cam, they're not really making many runs in behind the defence, so they don't need to have like blistering pace. So Griezmann, amazing cam in this game. But for me, my number 1 cam this year for me is Roberto Firmino, which might seem a little bit of a surprise to some people. I've still got Firmino in my team, and as you can see on the screen how well I've done with him. I've played 234 games with this Firmino, and he scored 177 goals, 121 assists, and that is all in champs and all in rivals. So for me, I love this Firmino card. He's so good. 4-star skill was 4-star weak foot. When you actually look at his card compared to some of the other players in this list, it's not necessarily any better. You know, his top stats: 88 ball control, 88 stamina, 88 dribbling, 87 attack position. So it's pretty solid. But I find for me, when I play with Firmino, he's always reliable. He always turns up. I never find he has a bad game. He doesn't go missing in games. He's always comes up clutch with a goal when I need it. You know, when I'm cutting the ball back, for example, it always seems to be Firmino. He just always seems to be in the right place to score. You know, he gets one-on-one. He seems to score most of the time. Really good stamina. Again, 88 stamina. It means he can go pretty much the whole game. Being Brazilian is really easy to link into my team. At the minute, I've got Neymar, I've got Alan, I've got Garrincha, I've got Alex Telles, I've got Militao. So I've got lots of Brazilians. So he links into my team really, really well. For me, I can't find any disadvantages with this Firmino. You know, as I said, I've played 234 games with him. If I knew about a disadvantage, I'd let you know, but I haven't found a disadvantage with him. You know, he doesn't seem to really have too much in the way of weakness. He's not particularly weak. You know, I never find that he gets pushed off the ball. His passing's really solid. He's got plenty of assists, so I don't find that he's really got any weaknesses. Maybe the only slight thing is his pace. Sometimes he does make runs in behind, as all cams do. and sometimes that pace you can notice, especially if a guy is using a defender like a Longley, for example, or a Militao with a shadow who's got like 93 pace after that shadow card. Obviously he's not going to be able to beat that with his pace, so that might be the only slight negative if I had to pick one. But the chem style I would recommend is the one that I've got on. You can see I've got a dead eye on him, makes his shooting and his passing just so good, and for me, I'd rather the lack of pace for better shooting and passing any day of the week. And for our icon cam, I've actually picked Socrates. Now again, this for me, the number one spot and the cam, this icon for me are kind of more personal choices. I used this Socrates last year in FIFA 19 and I played 350 games. I got 530 goals and I got 421 assists with this Socrates last year. Again, that was all in rivals and all in champs, no squad battles in there. So that just is like, what, 940 goal contributions in 350 games, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now this Socrates card is so good, you know, 5-star weak foot, which is perfect, 4-star skill moves, which again is perfect, 6'4", so he's an absolute brute in the game, you know, he's so massive. But I think the most important stat for me on this Socrates is that 96 composure. There's not too many players that have that higher composure in this FIFA, and why I think that's so important is because if you look, when you actually put a Deadeye chemistry style on him, he gets 99 positioning, 99 finishing, 99 shot power, 96 long shots, so his shooting is perfect. He's got 99 vision, 98 short passing, 94 curve, so his short passing into strikers is going to be perfect, and his finesse shots are going to be perfect because he's already got perfect shooting and his curve now is super high. But then when you pair that with the fact that he's already got 90 stamina, so he can last the whole game. He's already 6'4", so he's, even though he's only got 83 strength, because he's 6'4", he's going to feel like an absolute brute. 86 heading as well, which is perfect. But when you pair all that shooting and finesse shots and all that with 96 composure, it means he's literally never going to miss any shooting opportunities. And I think that's why, you know, as well, when you add on top of that as well, the fact that he's got a 5-star weak foot and you can shoot on either foot, I think that's why he scores so many goals, because he's just got impeccable shooting mixed in with his composure and his 5-star weak foot. And you've got yourself, let's be honest, you've got yourself a Team of the Year standard card. You know, you could pick someone like Zidane as this icon cam, which obviously Zidane is incredible, but I think as well this Socrates is only 1 million coins, whereas Zidane is 3.3 million. So I think value for money as well. This Socrates for me, in my opinion, is the next player that I'm going to buy for my team. Hands down for me the best icon cam I think out there, but not many people will agree with that. But that's the thing, you have to find players that work for you and work for your style of play, and Socrates for me absolutely fits my style of play and is my icon of choice for this video. So that is it for the video, guys. So if you did enjoy that and you do want to see more, you do want to see that wingers video in the next episode, make sure you drop a thumbs up, make sure that subscribe button as well if you are new to the channel. That's all for today, guys. Have an awesome day. I'm out.